Hello friends, it's Kristie Marcotte. In today's video, I won't be making any cards. Instead, I'll be assembling some fun little Christmas treat bags. I'm using Jaded Blossom's extra large topper die. This is so much fun and I've never used anything like this before. So there are two dies included. You have the one full piece that has the stitch detail on one side. Then you have the second piece that fits right on the inside. So you could have a cardstock for the background and a pattern paper for that smaller piece. Now you can see this is fairly long. It's a little over 5 inches, about 5¼ inches. This is part of their newest release, and they also have their Pennant topper die. So that's not quite as wide. So if you want a smaller treat bag, this would be a good size. I haven't cut the dies apart yet, but I'll pull it out of the bag so you can see the difference in sizes. I think the Pennant topper die would be really fun to use on a card. You can use that large banner, and then there's those 3 little pieces. You could make them snow on the top of a roof. I think that would be really fun. For my project today, I'll only be using the extra large topper die. So I cut out the main piece from some red cardstock. I have my pattern paper piece, and this is from an older Doodlebug collection called Milk Cookies. I had a second one, so I thought it would be perfect. They always have such fun and cheerful paper collections. I'll adhere the 2 pieces together using some liquid adhesive. And it is hard to see in the video, but it has that lovely stitch detail all along the outside edges. I didn't mention it earlier, but that background die does have the little fold lines, so it's easy to fold it. I just used a bone folder so I could get a nice firm crease. So now I'll open this up and add some double-sided tape to the inside. Since I've never assembled anything like this before, I wasn't sure which adhesive to use, but I think the double-sided tape works out really well. Put the 2 full strips at the very lower portion, put a full strip underneath the handle, and just 1 at the top. Now you could leave it just like that since the paper is very cute, but I'll be adding an ephemera piece and also a sentiment, and that sentiment is from the paper pad. So it's "Have a Holly Jolly Christmas." We have Santa and 2 reindeer, and I will be popping up the ephemera piece using some foam dimension. I'll cut the foam tape into some smaller pieces and then place it on the back side of the ephemera. I want to make sure not to have any of that foam adhesive showing. So if you're to grab the handle, you're not going to accidentally touch some of the adhesive from the foam tape. So I'm laying it on top, flipping it over just to see if there's any of that foam dimension showing. Then I'll remove the release paper and adhere it onto that little topper. And I know this ephemera piece is fairly large, but I think it still works out just fine. Once I attached it, I noticed there was just a little bit of the foam tape showing on the front reindeer's nose. So I just peeled that up and ripped it off. So I'll set that aside and start assembling my little treat bag. I picked up some 5-inch treat bags from my local Hobby Lobby. Filled it with some red and green shredded paper. Now I'll add a cocoa, a couple of chocolate mints, and a mini candy cane. And I'll probably be giving these to my daughter's teachers. I'll get everything situated and fold down the very top portion of the bag. Then I'll use a stapler to secure the bag. You could also use small Ziploc bags. It might be easier. So there's all the fun little treats, and now I can attach that to my topper. I'll remove the release paper from that double-sided tape. And the reason I only put 1 strip of the double-sided tape at the very top is because it won't be going on top of the bag. The bag is only going to be on this lower portion, so I needed to have a strip on each side. So I'm trying to line it up, making sure it's fairly straight, and then I'll just press that topper together. Isn't that adorable and so easy to make? Now because I am a paper crafter, I need to add some embellishments. So I have some red bling. I think it works well with that background paper. I'll put 1 above the sentiment, one over on Santa's sleigh, and because we have a couple of reindeer, I decided to add one on the front reindeer's nose, so we have Rudolph. So there it is, all finished. The topper dies are perfect all year round. So many different occasions. Just think of all the fun little goodie bags you could put together. Now I did end up making 10 different bags. I'll show you just a few. All of the paper and the ephemera are from that same Milk and Cookies Doodlebug collection. This is a great way to use up some of those pattern paper scraps and leftover ephemera pieces. Doodlebug always includes a ton of ephemera and I'm never able to use all of them. If you are interested in purchasing either of the topper dies, I will have links provided in the description box below. I love using Jaded Blossom's products. The quality is amazing. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day.